want to welcome you to the continuation of the TRC thematic and institutional hearings. This morning, to officially begin, shall we all rise to observe a few moments of silent prayer? Shall we rise, please? Thank you very much. Please remain standing as we administer the oath.
I, Augustine Jagine Nangwe, do solemnly swear that my testimony that I come to give to the TRC of Liberia is the truth and nothing but the whole truth. So help me God.
Please be seated.
TRC, we want to welcome all of you to another week of hearings at the Second Liberian. Mr. Nangwe, we want to say welcome and we want to thank you for agreeing to come to be a part of this process. As we all know, so many things happen in our country that led to war. In the process of stopping the war that was in this country, a peace agreement was signed, and in that agreement it was stipulated that we form a TRC, because normally things happen and people don't bother to check as to why these things happen. But for this time, it was decided that we do the TRC so that we get the root cause of what happened in this country and also get the truth as to why we fought each other in this country. And so this is the reason we invite people who we feel can come to the TRC and give us some understanding of what took place in this country. We asked people to come, and being that we felt you had some role to play, we decided to invite you to come and share your own experience and the truth as to what took place in this country. You all coming to the TRC, show us your commitment as to wanting peace in this country. And the only way we can have peace is if we say the truth and then find out why we fought each other, so that we can chart a better future for us and our generation to come. And so on behalf of the TRC, we want to say thank you for coming, and we hope that today you will be able to share your own experience with us, and we will learn from you as you will learn from us. Because if we make Liberia better, it will not be better only for us, the commissioners on the TRC, but it will be better also for you and your own generation to come. And so we say thank you for coming. Seated here to listen to you today are some of the commissioners. As others come, we'll introduce them, but for now, I will introduce those who are here. On my far left, we have Commissioner John Stewart. Immediately on my right, we have Commissioner Sila, and then we have Commissioner Perban after her. I'm Dede Dorope, the Vice Chair of the TRC. I'm so sorry that we kept you waiting so long, but we had to set up and all of those things. The people were a little late. So please accept our apology, and we hope that you will have a nice day with us. Thank you so much for coming. You can go ahead and tell us your experience.
Thank you very much. Nagwe. Thank you very much again, Managed Commission. Before I proceed with my explanation, I will first tell you who am I and where I came from. Anyway, I am Augustine Jajine Nagwe again, Wambos. I was born right in West Point, and my mother is in West Point. My father is in West Point. And I was born December 1st, 1972. So thank you very much for inviting me here to the Honorable Commissions. And thanks our listeners who are here to listen to us. Thank you. So I can proceed now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
The floor is yours.
Well, all happy days. Coming to the war situation, my involvement in this war thing started from the year 1990, where the president, the late President Sami Kayando, announced that he wanted a soldier to combat against the rebel who entered the country in the year 89, I don't know, 89, I think so, 1989. And he went through the Senate, and when after into law, he went and recruited us on the training base. I did my basic military training at Bombing, beyond a man. And February 9, I completed my training back by special order number 9, dated on February 11, making me to be bona fide AFS soldiers. And all happy days, when we immediately came from training base, we were divided into different battalions and different assignments. I went on my own assignment, I found myself in the brigade, which is the BTC, which of course I was with the brigade, and I stayed with the brigade. There's a separate assignment came, they collect one squad and carry out to the executive mansion. I was at the executive mansion on a TTY basis, temporary DT, for 2 weeks. When I left the executive mansion, my assignment changed on the FE back road. We of course you know that they were harassing people were living on the FE back road there. I was there on a special assignment again for the period of 3 weeks. And I left that assignment. After that 3 weeks, returned back to base, back to brigade, which of course I was there on a standby. When the war intensified, when the rebel continued to push forward, the government decided taking us from the place there, dress us in the uniform of olive green because the rebel was using both fiti and camouflage now. So we the AFS soldier were using olive green. So we moved to the bridge. We were there on a special assignment. We were like a company SAS to the bridge. So the war intensified. When the rebel captured Corway and other places, you know, so the government forces were attacking the rebel from coming actually, and we all were there. So desperate. When the war intensified, the rebel managed to capture Nuclear and other places from us, which of course they pushed us back Cloud and other places. But our fellow soldiers who were on the front line there came down to the bridge, the two bridges, to hold the bridge. Are you sure? What happened? Always. So our men came, we went to the bridge, they changed our assignment into West Point. And the West Point, my own area, the place where my people came from. So they sent us there for the personal protection, you know. And before they sent us to that West Point, we were like a platoon size. A platoon size. We're in West Point. So we're in West Point. There were heavy shooting going around the bridge area. We never knew that the bridge were already overrunning by the rebels. You know, lately in the area, somebody called one of the senior officers that, oh, the rebels are taking the bridge. So there was no way now for us to come out of West Point to come back. So our next thought to get on Fantikino to go back at the Martian way. But one of our friends said it would be risky for us. We cannot do that. If we do that, the guys will take us to be enemy because we don't have communication yet. So I said, it's a good idea. One of our big brother there, we call him Gisibo. Gisibo was one of the strong commanders there, but he was not a military man. He came in the army voluntarily because you need to be friendly with one other sapper in the West Point area too. He was a big man. He was friendly with the late President Doe. Doe when you to come to West Point, in a taxi to him. So from that connection, Gisibo came in. So Gisibo wore military uniform. And what I'm telling you now, all the police who were in West Point were dressed in the military high tie. No police officer were in the town without wearing military uniform. All police officers were wearing uniform. Military uniform. So, the war started at that. The guys cut our supply route. And we ourselves, we went actually out of ammunition because they were making some attempt to cross from the beach side, from the bridge to get to the bomber area that they cross over the West Point on the Kino. So we were giving them some confident fire from the West Point end. So, now we want ammunition. Lately in the evening, in the night, everybody in West Point were panicked because we, actually we don't know who they call rebel. We don't know who they call rebel. We don't know where is rebel. Yes, we don't know. So everybody was panicked. So I took my uniform, I went to my mom's house. I undressed myself. I took my uniform, I wrapped it, I Harley. I took my arm, I kept it somewhere. You know. So certain rumor came in West Point in the morning. That certain group here, they can see my people. They can see my people. So people started going around carrying that rumors around. So my grandmother got afraid. My grandmother said, my son, we understand that the people can see my people in the year. We don't want for the people. They've got to say, when they catch one soldier man in a building, the whole group will die. So it bring fear to my people. My mother was crying. Say, you see, I told you not to get in the army thing here. You know, I told you not to get in the army thing. You don't want a boy child for me. You know, so you get in the army thing. Yeah, people here not in that camp. So what you all do? Go there. I'll pray for you. Go there, nothing will happen to you. So somebody run from the market because the rebel were having one CP in the market. The commanding general for the guys were called Coca. Coca, yes, Coca. He was the commanding general for the rebel who came that time with the INPFL. Call him Coca. So we went. The people went there. The first group went. They came by, they say, oh, man, nothing happened to all. They kind of accepted all. We put our arm down, we put our uniform down. So myself, my other group, I formed myself in now. We went there too. Our uniform was tied in the bag, with our arm in our hand. We went there. They just asked us, put your weapon down, put your arm, but we'll get there. I saw some body around the area, 2 or 3 bodies. But I think their guys were some AFS soldiers. They, according to them, they said the AFS soldiers were resisting. I had to shot them. I did not ask them. But the commanding general telling us, say, yo, it's good for you to come. See all our friends, they were resisting, we shot them. So actually, I personally was having a little problem with these guys. I was having a little problem with them. They put in single file. When the military men say single file, it means that they put us in one line. We were such a number of men. We were plenty of men. However, other people came from different places were surrounding. Police, 2 were surrounding. You know, we surrounded and the guys took us across the bridge. The first man we saw Samuel Gonga Nuvani. It was a full name, Samuel Gonga Nuvani. Kono, a terrorist officer from the armed forces of Liberia at the time, but he was with a rebel. We saw him.
He said, everyone on your pass, on the other side, we'll cross. But in the group, while we're there, one lady by the name of 2 for 5, she shot and killed one guy from the group. One of our fellow friend, Soyo. She shot and killed a guy. I panic. I said, they think now, we don't reach to the rebel base here. They broke one of our friends. So, but according to information, somebody gave her the information, said the guy was krahn ball. And she too, Gioge. But I was the guy on a krahn ball. He was a sapo ball. So, who on the land, people started asking us, you're trapped. I told them, I have a crew ball. Then one crewman came, he spoke crew. I spoke crew to him. He asked the other boy, the boss said, me a crew ball too. But, the sapo ball, he was a very smart ball. He spoke crew. He spoke crew. So the man said, well, your crew fishing. But the man was interviewing or he was from Grand Crew. So when you speak a Grand Crew and the sapo man speak crew, it looks kind of different. Yeah. So I said, my people, that men are crew men. He said, sure, you can't talk for them, man. So however, Prince Johnson came. Prince Johnson came with a second lieutenant ring on his face. Prince Johnson came with a second lieutenant ring. He was still bearing a second lieutenant ring because we are military people who know all the ring. I saw Vanny with 4th corner ring. So they put us in the truck. They started hauling us to the Causeway base. When we reached the New Greeton, we began to see some of our AFF friends. With the guys already. Looking down the truck, I see most of my friends. That thing is looking at a change. So we went on the base. They carry us. We got our base there. They also have base. They put everyone down there. Nobody get killed in our group, actually. We all were free. We were relaxed. Well, in the Causeway base, after 2 weeks later, they came, they said, in fact, we had a mission on hand for all the AFL Soya, the old AFL Soya, we had a mission, but y'all joined us to Burkina Faso. Nobody know that name, but we know we went there. Burkina Faso, it was upper this way. What were big palm trees, farm there, big tree, big farm. While they carry on certain training, they said they were training us there, imparting guerrilla into us because we're not having a guerrilla knowledge. They were imparting guerrilla into us to send us to civilian. I said, the people will bring us here to come kill us. They say civilian. They pick among us and left some of our friends on the base. And they carried some of us there. We were close to 500 men. We were on a Burkina Faso maybe. We stayed about 2 months on an intensive guerrilla training. Some of our friends died from that guerrilla training, actually. Yes. People who don't stand it, they left there. A terrible water was crossing in, all kinds of things were happening. I mean, a crewman. Any water you carry me to, I can survive. Because I did search and rescue or the sea. That was some training I took. So, we were there, we came back after the 3 months later, they brought us back in Causeway. So when they brought us back in Causeway, actually, my staying over there when I found, because there was no law and order there, actually. The law and order, the left was residing in the hands of any other commandos who can just execute anybody. But Prince Johnson, General Vanny, when you do that kind of execution, actually sometimes they can deal with you. But still, when I found. So one of the adjutant general, Prince Johnson have, they call him One Noah. He came in saying, you wanted some soldiers, some from the old soldier side, some soldiers to go to the port on the trucks to collect some food to carry in Newcrutan. I was in a group, but how was just beating, say, I'm going to get on that truck to leave from Causeway to go to Newcrutan because my people placed them there. So when they come, they point at me in a group. Say, come out. I went out, stand one side. I was very happy. We went to the port, we loaded some rest with the adjutant general. Actually, the shooting was still going on. Bullets were flying everywhere. From the other bridge to the port, Taylor group on our side trying mounting happy fighting to come to the port of Monrovia to it. Not easy. And when we got to the port, in the truck were air, one of our friends was hit with bullet. He dropped put a hook in here. I actually drive from the truck. He died. We stop the truck, we jump behind the truck, we get our cover and concealment, observing the guy died. We went in the truck, we went in the port, we load all the 6 truck we carry with the food. Drove the truck straight to, how do you call the place name? Nuclear Town. To one church there, so on one of the truck. So you know that during the time I'm talking about, when you get rest, you wanted the big guy in the place. You get rest, you wanted the big guy in the place. So we get a rest in there, we get to one church down Nuclear Town there. They told us they must put 100 bag of rest down there. They put 100 bag of rest because in the truck having 500 bag of rest. So the guy was driving the truck, I want to beg the guy for some rest, but I'm afraid. So I said, well, I beg the guy, maybe he will do something to me. So my friends, brothers who know me in Nuclear, they say, oh, Jayina, because my native need there. Jayina. But I don't get power on a car. I was only going to do some work. But however, I'm a lure. They got to work driving the truck with the other commander on the truck, and the major gave the instruction in left and go back in Kowe base. The adjutant general, he just let the truck to go. When we reach the intersection, he go to Kowe, the truck went in Nuclear with us. So the commander who was controlling the truck and the driver, they want to strike your D. But I afraid of them, none of them were afraid of me too. So I on the truck, they say, hey you boy, come. What your need say? I say, my need Jayine. I say, my need Jayine. That power need when I know where I run. My need when I call power that time. My Jayine. Yeah. So they say, okay, you know happy? We get some gas in here, one give us some rest. But I put 5 bags of red down, they all of me will put 5 bags of red down. You say, I'm put 2 bags of red down for yourself. I say, oh, man, thank you. So I do a quick way. I put the rest down, we dispatch the rest of the truck. Additional 100 bags was 100 and some more bags of red stay in the car. So I put my own 2 bags of red down, I gave it to some family people there. You know that time when you get bag of rest, it's not easy. But I put my rest down. When the truck went further down, I put additional 5 bags because I'm in the truck. When I see my family friend, I can truck rest down. I put additional 5 bags of rest down again. On the truck. Because I'm in the truck, I can take the food and put it down. So we will go. When the truck trying to leave now from the other place, the food almost finishing. And when I told them, I want to toilet. So they said, Mama, don't stay on there. I went a hard way. I did not come there. I run away. I ran in Nuclear now. So one day, we were going to play some football game in Corner West on the main road. One of my AFL friends saw me on the bus. That bus was having on a scorpion so commando. But the bus was for the advisors for INPFL base. So one of the advisors in there, one of my AFL friends saw me, who are already carrying arms with the gas. In front of me, he said, you, come here. Ida. You know, we working for the base, we call Ida Nante. Ida, that's our name. So he said, Ida, Mama, what are you doing here? On the base? I said, Mama, what happened? He said, no, the father wants to see you. When he said, get on the bus. Get on the bus. And another intention of them, they put me on the bus. We left from Nuclear Town straight to the port. They went to collect from Somé. They collect some people from Somé area. Put them on the bus. Making the total number they arrested 10 plus myself make up 11. That advisor, Makati, he was with the police. But he was advisor to Prince Johnson. Having gold teeth in your mouth. That advisor took us to Galway base, telling Prince Johnson and General Van, he said, we will loot us. And you know that new where Prince Johnson, yeah, and you can't make it. They say, you will loot us. I talking to the man, I said, but honorable, you tell me from Nuclear Town, he said, shut up. He lay us down. Larry Botting, was on the Prince Johnson base. Lay us down flat to the mansion there, Galway mansion now, to Prince Johnson house. But that day, a lot of international journalists were there. So when they lay us down flat, General Fanny came out. They said, what the God? The advisor told General Fanny, said, these guys, 11 guys, they are looters. Ah! General Fanny went inside and called Prince Johnson. There's a looter here. So General Fanny tried to pull a 45. We all laying flat on the ground. General Fanny trying to pull a 45. Then Larry Body said, no, mama, you can't execute the people in front of the press people. It will be bad image for us. So I appeal to you put them to jail. I speak all kind of crew. I saw one of my crew brother there. I speak all kind of crew. The man say, "My man, you go to jail. Yeah, we'll talk for you later." We want the port to MP quarter, the port to jail. In the net, one other guy now who is now in the AFL, they call him Dabo. He was a Rambo to the place there. Dabo or INPFL, so you know his name. They call him Dabo. He was there. They call him Rambo. He need Rambo, but he full nigga game by Dabo, but your second lieutenant later in the army, in the AFL. He brought in the AFL, your second lieutenant. You were defense headquarters. So, that brother went to the cell in the nearby 11 o'clock. Tell every one of us. Tell every one of us. One of my friend now, up to this time, a mother stay asking for him. A mother cannot see him. They call him Girati Do. He went with AFL too. Corporate Girati Do. His people never get the information here. But I told one of his brother too. I told them that we were 11 men to be executed to that place. In the night. I don't know whether Prince Johnson were aware, I don't know whether General Fanny were aware, but they went to the jail and collected off from there. The man collected all that many are yet called Dabo. He collected off from there, carry out this veil for a possible execution. Our time in a pickup, the other day, our time. But in that pickup, there were AFL soldiers in that pickup too. Who were part of the execution. He know me very well. I know him very well, but he did well for me. He loosened me slack quietly because Dabo in the front of the pickup, these guys were also supposed to rescue. About 8 army were in the pickup with us, and we were 11 men were sitting down the pickup floor. But I was sitting right in front of him. While I turned around, I said, hey my brother, you know, so the guy actually, when he did, losing me small. Before we reach the DV, I feel the road slide from my hand. And God help me again. They carry us closer to the river. The DV, big water was there. That plane, they took our air. And one day, in the night we're talking about, they tell everybody to get down on the pickup. Get down, they say, your paso. Get down. Everyone, they order, we get down from the pickup because some of my friends were handcuffed with a cuff. Real handcuff. So it was difficult for them to actually run. So when they said, get down, my brother, shooting open. Right in the midst, the guy started firing. The heart ran, I joined the water. The rope, I already losing from my hand. I joined the water, I swim for 1 hour, 30 minutes. I specialize in that. Ask anybody in West Point, that my career. I specialize in swimming. Everyone kill me, you can't kill me in the water. It's not possible that you can kill me. So I swim for 1 hour, 30 minutes to cross up on this veil. But I swim for 1 hour, 30 minutes to cross up on this veil. It was about 1 o'clock now. Because I came out at 11 o'clock. I was cold, very cold. So I saw a horse there, a finished horse. I went inside, very cold. About having leash all over my body. All my body spoiled with leash. So I went in the morning, almost in the morning, by 6:30. No, let's say 6, 5, 6. I saw a horse there. A horse there, I saw that horse. That horse, there was smoke coming from that horse. I went there. I drove through the window. I saw the fire high. I was too cold, so I went where the fire high about them. Where the fire high. Then they break. A lady came to the fire high to make a coal, to light a fire in the morning. She saw me, she ran back to her people. She said, oh, I saw one man in the place there. All the people came. They said, oh, where are you coming from? They were taking me to be charged to the soldier, actually. Like one look like I'm missing from the bush. They said, where are you coming from? I said, my people, that's a long story. The people went, put me in the horse. They were afraid, actually. I told them we were AFL soldiers who surrounded the Prince Johnson. But one man lied on me. They king of the kill. They finished killing my other friend in there. But I escaped across the. Maybe he crossed that big water. I said, I crossed that water. So, all the thing happen. The men went find $10 to find water for me, find slipper for me, even the men took a personal clothes and give it to me. Yes. So the man asked me, how you want for all to help you? We are the elders, we are the caucus in Corway here. We can tell Prince Johnson anything you're listening to us. I said, no. You can't carry me back over there. The only thing I want you to do, you can find a way for me to lead a place. It will be better for me. So the people say, the only way we can do for you, to call our elders in the community, will talk to Samuel Fanny or Prince Johnson. They can listen to us. I say, no. What you do, if you know the Old Soya base, across, in front of the brigade, across, you can carry me to the Old Soya base. Then I will be there. If they can kill me, if I would die in front of my friends, then they will carry the news to my parents. They will know. So we got our pastor, we can call him Praise the Lord. If he hearing me, he know exactly what I'm talking. He's a WO1 in the army. They call him Praise the Lord. He also surrendered to you was our pastor for us in the Coast Guard, in the Prince Johnson era there. Call him Praise the Lord. So when the lady, that girl carried me there, the girl myself walk. We went, I said, very good at the place again. I went in the place. My friend saw me, no happy. They said, my man, where they put you? How you free? I said, my man, I go. So I went, that whole day, she carried me. I went in my own room. I slept fine. The brain food and I want to eat. I said, the first thing I do, just scrape my head with sabu. And let down over there. I was there. So, one day, these guys were carrying supply to Allen Kennedy. They were carrying supply there. When they were carrying supply there, one of my friends on the car. So, because all the AFL soya now, we finish making D now. They finish making D for my business. For them to take me from out of that place. Because the guys, possible, they must see me, they know me, and I probably have to come again. So, I make the deal with them that they must take me out of that place to carry me in Ukraine. Maybe I can make my way out. So the guy talked to the guys then for me. They put me on a car, they were carrying the supply to Allen Kennedy. I went on the car. When I get on the car, straight to Ukraine. When I get to Ukraine, I don't waste no time. Ukraine, my family area. I left Ukraine and went straight to West Point to my mom's place. My mom saw me, she was very happy. So I left that base. Yes, I left the base. But I left the base, I was in Ukraine. I was in West Point now. I was in West Point, and I stayed on. Then our people called, the AFL called for all AFL soldiers who lead the base to come back to Barry. All AFL soldiers. But they called that all AFL soldiers should come back to the Barry. I thought I was on a good faith. Yes, of course, I take the chance by going back to the Barry. At the time, Emma Sawyer already here now. Emma Sawyer was here, he was running the government. He was here running the government. So, what we did, I picked that chance, actually. While I went there, you know what happened? Some other boys then, from the Crown side, will run away from the army with the war being there. We came back, nothing happened to them. But for those of us who surrender to Prince Johnson, who came back, we were put to post stacket. They said we were supposed to fight and die. We were put to post stacket. We were put to post stacket. They were called Marshal Board open to investigate us. Our in post stacket for good ceremony. The record there, the co-major board general was General Jali. The commanding general at the time speaking, he was Moserai. The deputy commanding general were Beaufait. The defense minister, the chief of staff, let's say, the chief of staff was J. Hezekiah Bowen. So, all the things here went on. We were in jail. So, one day, they executed some people from the jailhouse. Put them outside and executed them. And the guys, they were charged to the fighters. They were six. They executed them, they put them outside because our interview, the interview jail, I wanted the dark jail in the post stacket there. Our interview, the interview jail I was in, there I could I stay and look out, but I cannot see you cannot see daylight. I was there for a good 1 week in a jail. But I came also my hour giving me problem. Before they put me in room 13, one of the general was there. I don't know what other general. But they said the guy came down to execute some government official of Emosoyo. They call that guy remedy. They got 1 pound and 2 pounds. Very huge guy. I saw him in the jail, interviewing the guy in the jail hall. I said, but what brought you here? The guy said, I wanted the special forces from Charles Taylor. I said, what brought you? He said, I was on a mission to come and kill certain official of government, including, the defense minister now. He said that the mission he came on. He came to execute certain official of government, including Iri and Monsoyo. He said he came from Banga. I said, but now they arrest you. He said, but we are doing some trade of grenades. Because anytime came in the city, people are throwing grenades all around. I think you people who are in the city should know. People are throwing grenades, carrying people to entertainment center. They said they were on an operation when he told me. I said, but now you're allowed to put an arrest you there. He said that one of my friends licked my pot. I said, okay. I said, but you know the guys they carry us out to go execute? He said, well, NPFL big. They are very big unit. I don't know the guys. So when the guy was executed, they took off from the jail to go and dig the grave. I know the place where the graves were dug. And the commander for the post target, they call him Jimmy Zion. He was a captain, but now he's a major, a retired major. He was a Jimmy Zion of the post target. When they brought us out, rest of the hand pump to the barrel. Rest to the hand pump to the barrel, we dug the grave. Oh, yeah, so you know that place I'm talking about. We dug the grave for the guards, we put them there. A claim the concern of the defense minister, who was, I think the defense minister, a claim the concern of him. So, JS Boy, once upon a time, he came to the place, he warned the post-target people. He said, they're carrying out doing international community looking at who are in the post-target hearing a voice from all in the place there. They're carrying out doing international community monitoring your hearing, monitoring the place. Satellite is over the place. If you continue doing this thing, it will bring the army to popular rescue. You stop. If the people were arrested, they'll be in jail. And they will be investigated. They'll go through the due process. They'll be in jail. Nobody execute the people. International community monitoring the cell. So the killing staff that were beaten now. So when the thing was happening in the dark, I said, well, I'm an AFS soldier. I become very strong now in the jail hall. So one puppet there, I don't know any, it's a major two in the post stacking, slap me in the ear. One day, slap me in the ear. Wipe my flock in my massage, slap me by your ear. I walk in the hallway to come have devotion. You know, they kept in Zion, I'm talking about where can every Sunday. You come down, hallelujah, Jehovah, man, praying to all dinner, but you're feeling a beating of the day. So one day my mother go to the jail hall, to the barrack, talk to the Corps Marshal General. I have my uncle on the Corps Marshal too. They call him General Jubilee. But she want to Jubilee because she don't get a link with General Jali. She want to General Jubilee. Talk to General Jubilee, say, oh, I was so in jail there. And my uncle never knew me. That our crewman, he was on the Corps Marshal too. So Jubilee went to General Jali. So General Jali said, I'll leave the case with me. He went to post target one day, he went and saw me there. He said, what they call Jaina here? I said, yeah, I mean. Because nobody no come money. So I know that somebody in the world. He said, okay. You my uncle's son. I said, yes, sir. Like me. He said, my name is General Jali. I said, okay. He was the commander general. General Jali was the commander general to the barrack there. Once upon a time, now the old man called me from the jail hall. He told me, he said, go, you know, you're putting on parole and go wear my clothes. Then go wear my clothes. The house where I make free people. You put them on parole and go wear my clothes. I went to that man hall. I was there 1 week, washing your clothes, helping him, doing small thing. So the how I was released from that place. I was put on parole. So I came back. I went back to the pape. I said, but chief, the army thing here, we wait all the time behind you. I can't leave it. I still have to be part of the army. He said, Bonnet, why your battalion away? I say, I will fail battalion. He said, but then, because your battalion commander. They check my knee, they are taking my knee, Augustine Jayina Nangwe, giving it to one, Sapo ball. Sapo Bonati die in the combat. They gave my knee to that ball. So, the man said, I'm a fan way for me any kind of way. So, my battalion commander was going to go out pin. He went and gave me one pair of knee. He said, from today, your knee, John Waflomo. He gave me that pair of knee. He said, your knee, from today, John Waflomo. In fact, you will be my special attendant in my office here. I said, yes, sir. So anytime they call the battalion master, or I go to the battalion master, he said, look, you're coming at John Waflomo, man, you can't clean my office here. I go and clean the office. So one day I said, but Chivo, I want to go out for some assignment. I need an assignment. I want to go out for assignment. I'm a soldier, full military soldier, who took infantry training. I said, I want to go outside to go also too. Because so I mean, we on assignment, I think you can lay smoking. I said, I want to go outside to go also. So myself, the papa said, okay, I will send you to Brigade Task Force. So he make a letter to the Brigade Task Force commander. One krahn man. Well, I started working with that man. Nime is there, the Brigade Task Force commander. I started working with him. He went and sent me on an assignment to Aubrey again. Aubrey to work with ECOWAS during the Judy Bryant time. Work with ECOWAS. So I started working the way I dress in my military uniform. I used to be one of the best dressed soldiers. I used to be very good in dressing. When I dress, I used to be BSc anyway. BSc. When I dress my insignia, everything shining. So when I took that assignment, one minister, deputy minister for administration, they call him Gray. He is now in America. So anytime you go to Wallasa, you see me with the ECOWAS people. He said, oh, why didn't you stop a car? He said, are you Liberian soldier or Ghanaian? I said, I'm a Liberian soldier. He said, okay, give me your name. I said, Chief, my name is Augustine Nangwe, but change now to John Wafunobo. He said, I can't. So I told him, he said, but he can't do anything about that, but he can only recommend my promotion as Mother Sergeant. So I went to the office. I met them at the office. He said, I'm me at defense. I went at defense ministry. I saw my letter of recommendation to the Chief of Staff office. To the Chief of Staff office. To be promoted to the rank of Master Sergeant during the Emosoya period. So after 2 months later, the order came out, I was promoted to that rank, Master Sergeant. So I was Master Sergeant. So I became Master Sergeant. I wanted a commandership now because Master Sergeant I can't work on any Star Sergeant no longer as commander. So I went back to brigade. I went back to our commander. And because I was well new man in the area there, West Point, Wallasa, other people, I was well new man there. The business people started getting used to me. They liking me, knowing me, and other things. So I went there. They said, okay, you the new deputy task force, brigade task force commander, who started putting law and order down. But you need more people coming from the bush, we decided to disarm them. Because you know, be flowing around with going out in the city here. You need more. We're being controlled by you need more people. Going was flowing all around the city here. So one day, Emosoya and Nas, that you now want to see any fashion of man in the city here were gone. But the CA, they must be arrested. So anytime they come in town, you know, get a top down to the old bridge. And the AFL, so you know that story. And you know, be very tough. In the night, they were coming with one truck. They resolved to help a gunfiring one night. And I've deflected all the tires. The ECOWAS soldier and myself, the Nigerian soldier. We deflected all the tires and we put them down from the car. We jolted them right upstairs there to the old bridge. And after, what they call, one other charge there came and received them and carried them back to where they came from. So there's been a personal issue now between them and myself. They say one other AFL soldier who are there, you know, be acting all kind of way. So that the other story started. That how it ended. So then, it take a time, Unimo went down back to the bush, they want to split. On the other hand, you get Unimo J, on the other hand, you get Unimo K. So Judy Bryant, Emosoya government now, were coming to end. A lot of government came in between there. Interim government. came in between them. From there, the last government we work with now, Ruth Perry, something, Ruth Perry or something. From that time, the army now were taking instruction from all interim government who came in. All that government passed, finished. Then we come to the factional people came from the bush now. Charles Taylor saying, people, representative from the bush. Joy Bole saying, representative from the bush. Alayi Kuroma saying, representative from the bush. All of them were having part, all of them were from part of the six-man council where that's not tired and all the guys were in. The king will work with them too. What the men and finish, they move from there. They time around now that Charles Taylor people were coming on the boat. Charles Taylor said we're in the council. Alaji Kuroma were in the council. Joy Bole were in the council. Osto Jaikuya were in the council. And Tamatela were in the council. They were 5-man council at the time. Their 5-man council will work with them. And they appointed the very ministry and the very position to them as the slug what will allege them to the people who they have confidence in. They appointed Dumuya to the defense ministry as the chief of staff. And now that time I have gone back to brigade for re-assignment. I have gone back to brigade for re-assignment. At the time now, the deputy commanding general took over as a commanding general, Buffet. Buffet now were commanding general. Buffet were commanding general. He took over. He was commanding general. So everybody went back to brigade for re-assignment. Dumuya was appointed one minister, assistant minister, not assistant, deputy minister, deputy minister, Tekuya, defense minister for administration. Austin D. Clark, deputy minister for operation from the NPFL wing. And Ase Kwawa was one of the ministers. No, at that time, finished now. Defense minister were J. Hezekiah Boeing, appointed again. Philip B. Kama were deputy chief of staff. Then Dumuya were the chief of staff of the armed forces at the time. All the things were put into place, and now they will need bodyguards to be assigned with them. They will need bodyguards to be assigned with them. Then the commanding general put aside 16 military men who were good to protect VIP that had brought us to defend for special operation. When they brought us to defend for special operation, we came there, they divided us. They took 11 men and gave them to who? Dumuya. 11 AFS soldiers assigned with who? Dumuya. Dumuya was having 11 AFS soldiers. Dumuya from the bush now, who came as the chief of staff for the AFL. He was no longer now Unimo J or Unimo K man. He was chief of staff for AFL. Tekuya came as a minister for that council government who were working. All of them were working in the council now. They were no longer fashionable people, right? They will get it straight. So we were there, and the 16 AFS they brought from brigade were there. So the 16 AFS were divided to these men. We were 11 men, straight to Dumuya for special assignment. I was still bearing my master sergeant ring. What was promoted, what was given to me from the authority. So the soldier was taken to Dumuya house. Other soldiers were given to Austin Clark. 3 men were given to Austin Clark. 3 men were given to Tekuya, deputy minister for administration at the time. I don't get no paper even on me reading anything, but these things are all in my brain because I know about them. So what happened? The whole city were vulnerable. Nobody was controlling nobody yet. The council men were in power yet. What doing their own thing? The women soldiers were not controlling nothing yet. Anybody can go in the bush and bring coin into the city. You need more holy gun. FPC were holy gun. You need more J were holy gun. You need more K were holy gun into the city. Every Dumuya himself were holy gun in the city. We were having our arm from brigade. Having a arm from brigade. I control 11 men. I was controlling the first ship on the Dumuya duty. And because when you know be two, one of my friends calling first in America now. Well, two master sergeant on that ship, second ship and first ship. But when you know be a well-dressed soldiers, but we 2 times a war being well-dressed soldier because I dress in military uniform. If you don't know the difference, you say I'm an American soldier. All the people who saw me do my military time, they will tell you this. So the male, like me, that chief of staff. So it came a time, it came a time that Charles Taylor called Dumuya. Charles Taylor called Dumuya, the chief of staff, to a house. A guy, Dumuya said, look, I'm in the car. A guy in the car with Dumuya with a driver and myself. We are in the car. Chief of staff were in the back. I was in the front seat because I guarded him. It's a protocol. How you carry VIP. Want to charge to the house. Why charge to the Dumuya door? I don't know about it. Dumuya came in the car and just laughing the whole day. We were on our way going. We reached to the house of Dumuya. Because we were first living on 14th Street from there in change to MVDC. So we went to MVDC house. I'm talking about on the 29th before April 6th. On the 29th before April 6th. On the 29th, Dumuya, on the 28th, Chazolo call Dumuya. On the 29th, Alayu Kuroma call Dumuya too. They said, why Chazolo call you for? Why you going to Chazolo? Dumuya told Alayu Kuroma, say, I go to Chazolo because I'm not fashionable man now. I'm a chief of staff. I'm eligible to all councilmen in a place there. And I'm chief of staff for Unimo J or Unimo K. I chief of staff now for the Republic of Liberia. I take instruction from the Farmer Council. You're not only one. So he said, I want to see you to my house. So on the phone now, discussion, Dumuya started talking. He said, look. You're getting a car rush to Alayi Kuroma house. We went to Alayi Kuroma house. Look, one funny thing happened there. But we get to Alayi Kuroma house. When I got down with the VIP, I opened the chief of staff door. My AK was in my hand. I slammed the door. The driver drove the car. I was still standing up, right in the compound of Alayi Kuroma. Alayi Kuroma personal bodyguards. What are SS people? I don't know them. They came to me. I'm going to get back in the car with my arms. That kind of aggressive way. I said, I'm not doing it. Because I said, I'm a very frisky soldier. I said, I'm not doing it. You cannot control me here. After I come on your VIP here, chief, I'm a staff. So there's a hypergrammar breaker there. What brought Dumuya down? Dumuya was not happy how they treated me. But they never ordered this army because I was in my bow arm. If anything, 3 rounds going to go off. So they saw the motion in and they have to come down. Dumuya said, get in the car, they'll go. We drove off in the back. Dumuya was vexed too. Dumuya was talking. A lot of things happened. Dumuya said, what is Alayi Kuroma taking me for? But Alayi Kuroma was thinking that Dumuya was trying to cross carpet to Taylor. Dumuya was trying to cross carpet. Alayi Kuroma thought of Dumuya. So, ladies and gentlemen, the April 6th war came. April 6th came the days. There's a little story where I like to tell before proceeding with the April 16th. You know that the ECOWAS and Unimo J fought into some gun battle on the bombing highway. And the Unimo J people overrun the ECOWAS soldiers. Unimo J people overrun and disarmed them with some heavy weapons. So Taylor wanted to buy the heavy weapon from Roosevelt Johnson. He gave happy money to Roosevelt Johnson for the guns. So Roosevelt Johnson went and shared the information with the men, with Joe Body. Joe Body said, what? You get touched of that gun. Charles overrun all in the town with that gun. Don't get in that gun though. So Charles Roosevelt Johnson too was Thomas. Roosevelt Johnson not getting that gun. Say, look, we in the council. That anything will back you up. That what brought the April war. That what brought the April war. Say, well, anything will back you off. Roosevelt Johnson been hesitant to not get charged to that gun. Then something happened on the 18th Street down the B, Roosevelt Johnson. One guy got killed. And when that guy got killed, brother war. No. Taylor have that grudge against that Roosevelt Johnson. So you order Roosevelt Johnson arrest. Roosevelt Johnson said, you rebel leader, a rebel leader, you cannot order my arrest. Allah. So every day they were on a play K monkey. As we look at it to be. Play K boy. Let's say play K boy. So Roosevelt Johnson been very powerful, calling all the faction men together. And he's saying we're not taking instruction from that council man. And Roosevelt Johnson was backed by some other men in the council. So every day Chancellor called them to meeting, trying to consult them. John Budo be talking different thing. And also we are there talking different thing. And I Kulama will be on the side of Taylor. Chief Taylor will be on the side of Taylor. So that thing was going on one day. RRU. They were having some kind of blah uniform people in the country, in the town. They call RRU. The original RRU no more implement the arrest of Roosevelt Johnson. They dress people in INPFL uniform to implement the arrest. That resolved the gunfire on the 18th Street. That resolved the serious gunfire. And when it resolved the gunfire, Roosevelt Johnson are having a lot of trained men around him. Actually, these are former AFL soldiers. We were trained around Roosevelt Johnson. And let me tell you, when all the things were going on, the guys were already holding weapons into the city. I saw it. All the truck can be coming here with the full of Mandigo people breaking in the town. And they can't carry the gun in the truck of the bucket. They carry the gun in the engines. In the engines. Sell the engine, they kill the truck, they kill the gun. So people don't know these things. They sit down here, they say the country free, the country is quite clear, everything is okay, nothing is okay around here. Nothing is okay around here. So they're going to get in town. I come and say, when I want to control the situation. When they're going to start talking, I come and when I want to control it. Everybody back off. I come and back off. Everybody back off. They say, oh, let the council people take care of that thing. But they were playing with fire. Roosevelt Johnson took him. They make him help him prepare green racket. The men were launching from that place to make a way. And the AFL soldiers were incapacitated in a barrack. No AFL soldier were having gun. No AFL soldier were having gun in a barrack where Roosevelt Johnson people entered there. And they captured the place. The LPC and the Unimo J captured the place. LPC and Unimo J captured that place for the AFL soldier and the commanding general. They were reinforcing into going to the front line in krahn. One of the commission here, we're in the barrack there. You know the story. You know the story. This thing went on there. And the guys took over that barrack. We helped them prepare racket, grenade. And when the men reached the barrack, when they reached the police station, they killed a lot of people. A lot of people died in that process. Because when they were coming, the other people were to the police. There were police on duty. Were not informed. And they just cleared the whole group. And how the war went on. It happened on the 6th of April. It happened 1996, April 6th, Saturday. Then, where we were given the instruction by the chief of staff, as a master sergeant, to come and observe the atmosphere from Freeport and around Vietnam. Well, coming, I saw a happy group of men coming from the highway of bombing. But no uniform on. Men coming in the city, pulling in the city with no uniform on. I believe, But they met me with my small unit in the bus I was bringing. They are molesting or taking some uniform from my men. So I spoke to one of the commanders. I said, my men, can I speak to the senior officer here? We are AFL soldiers. How we were treated, how my men will be treated. They're dropping them in the days. So myself, I tried to get back to base to seek advice from the chief of staff. So what happened in that process? That scene, April, it was April 7 now, which are on a Sunday. So the whole thing happened. When the whole thing happened on April 7, that what brought me now in the whole war situation. What I did, I was trained soldier. I know how to manage you to move my men, which of course I get formal lay training from the place Guerrilla training, then the infantry training was imparted in me. I put it to news. I move with the few AFL soldiers I have. I brought out a group of other SS personnel to the bridge, nowhere to cross the bridge. APC were already taking over Waterside and surrounding on April 7. They were there. We fought for 2 hours. 2 hours. 2:30. I overrunning that bridge. I captured that bridge. And I seen there. I stood up there. I promoted, you listen to me very keen and clearly because you'll be asking me questions. I promoted myself to Brigadier General. Myself promoted myself to Brigadier General. Our Master Sergeant. And I then promoted myself to Brigadier General. That's in Sonny. That's in Sonny. I promoted myself to Brigadier General. When I captured that bridge. When I captured the bridge, a lot of our AFL soldiers were in West Point, hiding themselves. I went and asked to them. I said, look, gentlemen, there was an order released by the council government for Roosevelt Johnson to be arrested. So, we now on the operation for Roosevelt Johnson to be arrested, be brought to justice. So the AFL soldier joined me and get some weapon from the chief of staff. We issued them and they were deployed. Subsequently deployed West Point and surrounding. But another attack we went on again to Fire Surrey. This guy was still trying to seize West Point, Waterside and its surrounding. So I went and clear them and push them beyond the ECOWAS truck. ECOWAS to the bank. So I told the ECOWAS captain, I said, look, my man, this thing is now play business. There's a gun shooting business around here. So what you do here now, you not allow anybody to cross the place. Let the front be one. If anybody cross the place, I will overrun your forces from here. I told him that. He assured me that no, nobody will cross the place again. You hear me? And we will cross the bridge. Vamuma Shari, you were with me. What wanted to hear to go testify? You were with me in that operation crossing the bridge. When we crossed the bridge, he went back. He went back. When he went back, I was in control now of that bridge. And trying to march an attack up the Mama Point Hill. I was still chasing them up the Mama Point Hill. I was chasing them still at the Mama Point Hill. Clearing my terrain. Because West Point was actually packed. And other people who went out, they left in Fartown, Clowertown, other places. They want to come back to West Point. There was no way. You know, when I cleared from the hill to Greystone, I put one checkpoint there. I put one checkpoint there immediately. I came back to West Point. I went in West Point. I told the people that everything will be found. That I got a checkpoint right to LDC gate. Nobody will enter West Point so easy. I told them that. So after that, the war became going on and on and on. The war was going on. While the war was going on, certain time came, Jack the Rebel came in West Point. You know, Jack the Rebel, after the war went on for 14 days. Because on that 14, if you look at it from that time to that 14, it was on Sunday again. You know, I become very powerful. Our Brigadier General, self-proclaimed general, I become very powerful. Actually, I was powerful because I was having a lot of trained AFL soldiers with me there fighting that war. But what happened again? A lot of the guys want to change the command for me, but they were not all facing the fighting of the guys they were facing. They were not all fighting guys, the APC soldiers. They were not able. They were only there looting people things of the Mama Point. So I passed an order that all stores, Waterside, all stores, business, people, places should be protected by me. If anybody will take anything from there, I will execute them. I gave that instruction. And I see Sunday, I stay again, I promoted myself to Major General. Our 2-star general now. I went to the Falcon Bridge. I told all the former general there, all the chancellor general they brought, and I like my general. I said now, I'm a Major General. Nobody come to West Point, nobody come to Waterside. If you come there, you will be resisting. I told them that. I told them that. So Dumuya was still there. Dumuya too now were trying to fight to cross the new bridge. Where I was staying. And now what happened? Dumuya they started fighting over there. Chief of Army Staff. Ever Chief of Staff cannot go on the war front. Chief of Army Staff went on the war front. The fighting intensified right here. Let me tell you one good story here today, the death of Dumuya. And when AFSO killed Dumuya, Dumuya was killed by Alayi Kuruma. Because Dumuya was not trusted again by Alayi Kuruma. Dumuya feel that Charles Taylor was taking Dumuya, Alayi Kuruma feared that Charles Taylor was taking Dumuya away from him. So he marked people on Dumuya that fear come battle. But Dumuya died from. He was shot from the back. He was shot from the back. Well, I listened to the radio call from Clay Friday that now the Chief of Staff radio is in my possession. The different radio. Because who are issued different radio? I have one different radio. He said the different radio in my possession with Chief of Staff 45 away. Go watch on my hand. Then on the other hand, Alaji Kuruma was telling the Muslim people on the other hand, the Muslim people on the other hand, that Dumuya was secured in the American embassy. There was nothing happening to him. He told Dumuya brother that. I said, well, not true. So from the thing what happened for Taylor sending for Dumuya and for Dumuya going to Taylor, Alayi Kuruma having some problem with it. So he matter special people on Dumuya to have him executed. So Dumuya was shot on the war front. Dumuya died with two generals. And the generals were executed by the FPC and the UNIMO. They know their name. When they come here, they will get a name for you. They know their name. The two generals were killed. They were trying to take the battle of Dumuya. That's how they were killed. Because they were in a fraudulent battle. When they kind of shot Dumuya, they retreated from the front line. A general shot from the front line. Normally, militarily, always fought for that general body to take it. But when they shot him, the mission was accomplished. And they withdraw from the front line. That's how that war lead on. So once upon a time,